Good morning, everyone. All eyes are on the Atlantic, where potential tropical Cyclone 9 is brewing near eastern Cuba and the Bahamas. With winds just below tropical storm strength, it's expected to earn a name soon. Slow-moving storms like this can pull in more energy and linger, raising the risk of flooding. Tropical storm warnings are up for the central Bahamas, with watches for the northwest Bahamas. Communities should finalize preparations as conditions will worsen through the weekend. The storm's path remains uncertain, so everyone from Florida to the Carolinas needs to stay alert. This story is still unfolding. Expect changes ahead. In the world of tropical weather, the moment a storm receives a name is more than just a formality. It's a signal that the system has become a real and present threat. Naming a storm isn't just about tracking, it's about alerting communities, governments, and emergency responders that it's time to pay close attention. When a storm is named, it instantly becomes part of the public conversation, making it easier for people to follow updates and understand the risks. This process helps ensure that everyone, from meteorologists to families at home, is on the same page as the situation develops. Right now, we're watching potential tropical Cyclone 9, a system that's showing all the signs of strengthening. Forecasters predict that within the next 24 hours, it will likely earn the name Tropical Storm Imelda. This transition is critical, as it marks the point when the storm's winds and organization reach the threshold for official recognition. The naming also triggers a series of protocols, from issuing watches and warnings to activating emergency plans in vulnerable areas. The environment around this system is primed for development. Warm Atlantic waters, which act as fuel for tropical cyclones, are currently well above average for this time of year. Low wind shear, meaning there's little to disrupt the storm's vertical structure, allows the system to organize quickly and efficiently. As clouds gather and spiral bands form, meteorologists are seeing clear signs that this storm is intensifying at a rapid pace. Once it's officially named Imelda, the storm could strengthen even further, potentially reaching hurricane status as it approaches the Carolinas. The combination of warm water and favorable atmospheric conditions means that intensification could happen quickly, leaving little time for last-minute preparations. Coastal communities, especially those in the projected path, need to be on high alert for the possibility of hurricane-force winds, heavy rain, and dangerous storm surge. The early designation of a potential tropical cyclone is a vital tool for public safety. It allows meteorologists and emergency officials to issue warnings and advisories before the storm has fully formed, giving people more time to get ready. This head start can make all the difference, especially in areas where evacuation or securing property takes time. Early alerts help communities mobilize resources, set up shelters, and communicate evacuation routes well before the worst conditions arrive. In the Bahamas, residents are already taking action, boarding up windows, gathering supplies, and preparing for the possibility of severe weather. Along the southeastern U.S. coast, communities are being urged to do the same. Even if the exact path of the storm remains uncertain, early preparation is key to minimizing risk and ensuring safety. Local officials are encouraging everyone to stay informed and take the necessary steps to protect their homes and families. With the clock ticking, now is the time to review your emergency plans. Make sure your family knows what to do if an evacuation order is issued. Check your emergency kit for essentials like water, non-perishable food, medications, and important documents. Familiarize yourself with local evacuation routes and have a plan for pets and loved ones who may need extra assistance. Preparation now can prevent panic and confusion later. Don't wait for the storm to be officially named before you take action. The window for preparation can close quickly, especially if the system intensifies faster than expected. Take steps today. Install storm shutters, fill up your gas tank, and stock up on supplies. Being proactive can make a significant difference in how you weather the storm. Stay tuned for the latest updates as this system evolves. Meteorologists will continue to monitor its progress and provide new information as it becomes available. Your safety depends on staying informed and being ready to act at a moment's notice. The forecast track for this storm keeps shifting, and here's why. Predicting the path of a hurricane is never simple, but this time, the challenge is even greater. Meteorologists are working around the clock, analyzing new data as it comes in, but the situation is changing by the hour. The uncertainty is making it difficult for both experts and residents to know exactly what to expect, and that's causing a lot of anxiety along the coast. Hurricane Humberto, a powerful Category 5 far out in the Atlantic, is steering Imelda's path. Humberto's immense size and strength mean its influence stretches for hundreds of miles, and it's acting almost like a giant pinball bumper, nudging Imelda in unpredictable directions. The two storms are locked in a complex dance, and every shift in Humberto's position or intensity can have a ripple effect on Imelda's future. Humberto's circulation is tugging Imelda eastward, possibly out to sea, a phenomenon called the Fujiwara effect. This rare meteorological event happens when two storms get close enough to interact, spinning around each other and sometimes even merging. It's a fascinating process, but it makes forecasting even more complicated because small changes in either storm speed or direction can dramatically alter the outcome. But if Humberto weakens or slows, Imelda could drift back toward the US coast. That means the threat isn't just offshore. There's still a real possibility that Imelda could make landfall, bringing dangerous winds, heavy rain, and storm surge to communities that might not be expecting it. The uncertainty is frustrating, but it's a reminder of how dynamic and unpredictable these systems can be. This tug-of-war makes the cone of uncertainty wide, and the impacts hard to pinpoint. The forecast cone you see on TV isn't just a line, it's a broad area that shows where the center of the storm could go, and right now, that area covers hundreds of miles. It's not just about where the eye of the storm lands, but also about who will feel the effects of wind, rain, and flooding. Even a small change in either storm could mean big differences for the southeast. One model might show Imelda curving harmlessly out to sea, while another brings it straight into the heart of the Carolinas. That's why meteorologists are urging everyone in the region to pay close attention, because the situation could change quickly. Everyone from Georgia to the Outer Banks needs to stay on high alert. Communities are already taking precautions, boarding up windows, filling sandbags, and reviewing evacuation plans. Even if the storm misses your area, it's better to be prepared than caught off guard. The memories of past hurricanes are still fresh, and no one wants to take unnecessary risks. Forecasts are evolving rapidly, don't let your guard down. New information is coming in constantly, and what looks like a safe situation now could change in just a few hours. Stay tuned to trusted sources and be ready to act if warnings are issued for your area. Remember, a forecast is a probability, not a promise. Meteorologists use the best tools and models available, but nature doesn't always follow the script. The numbers you see are based on the latest science, but there's always a margin of error, especially with two powerful storms in play. Be ready for any scenario. Make sure your emergency kit is stocked, your evacuation route is planned, and your family knows what to do if the situation changes. In a season like this, preparation is your best defense. When you hear hurricane, you might think wind, but water is often the deadliest threat. Storm surge, the abnormal rise of sea level, can flood coastal areas even in a tropical storm. Heavy rain can cause flash flooding far from the storm's center. Winds can down trees and power lines, and if Imelda becomes a hurricane, expect more severe damage. Dangerous surf and rip currents will threaten beaches. Tornadoes can also spin up quickly in the storm's outer bands. It's the combination, storm surge, flooding, wind, and tornadoes that makes these storms so dangerous. Don't focus on just one threat. Prepare for all possibilities. Stay informed and ready. Forecasters are most concerned about flooding from Imelda's slow movement. The Bahamas could see 4–8 inches of rain, eastern Cuba up to 16 inches in spots. Flash flooding can turn streets into rivers in minutes, especially in cities. River flooding may follow, keeping neighborhoods underwater for days. The Carolinas and Georgia are already saturated, so even moderate rain could cause major problems. Past storms have shown that slow-moving systems can be just as devastating as major hurricanes. Officials are taking this threat seriously, and so should you. Flooding is often the most destructive and deadly part of a tropical storm. The Carolinas aren't waiting. Preparations are underway. South Carolina's governor has declared a state of emergency, activating emergency plans and resources. Cities like Charleston are lowering water levels in lakes and deploying pumps to reduce flooding risk. Emergency managers are reviewing evacuation plans and prepping shelters. Decisions about evacuations will be made as the forecast evolves. Early action is key. Officials would rather be over-prepared than caught off guard. Residents are urged to get their own plans and supplies ready now. Government can only do so much. Personal preparedness is essential. Use this window of calm to act. Don't wait for the rain to start. What should you do right now? Have a plan for your family. Know your evacuation zone and routes. Have a backup in case of flooding. Keep your car fueled and ready. Build an emergency kit: food, water, medications, radio, flashlight, and important documents in a waterproof bag. Secure outdoor items and check storm shutters or have plywood ready. Clear gutters and drains to help prevent flooding. Stay informed with updates from the National Hurricane Center and local officials. Have multiple ways to receive warnings: radio, phone alerts, and news. The forecast will change, so be ready to adapt. Your safety depends on preparation and information. Don't wait until the last minute. While our attention is currently fixed on the unfolding story of Imelda, it's important to remember that the world's weather is a constantly shifting tapestry, with dramatic events playing out across the globe at this very moment. The global weather picture is just as dramatic, with powerful storms, relentless winds, and heavy rains impacting millions of people in different corners of the planet. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, and from the tropics to the poles, the atmosphere is alive with energy and movement. Take Hurricane Humberto, for example. Now classified as a Category 5 hurricane, Humberto is a massive and powerful storm system, churning over the open waters of the Atlantic. Its swirling clouds and well-defined eye are visible from space, a reminder of nature's raw power. Although Humberto is safely out to sea and not currently threatening land, its presence is still being felt. The storm is influencing weather patterns along the Atlantic coast, stirring up dangerous waves and altering wind patterns that can affect shipping routes and even local forecasts. In the Pacific, Super Typhoon Ragasa has left a trail of devastation across Taiwan. Torrential rains have triggered widespread flooding, while powerful winds and relentless downpours have caused landslides in mountainous regions. Streets have turned into rivers, and entire neighborhoods are submerged. Emergency workers are racing against time to rescue those stranded by rising waters, and families are salvaging what they can from the wreckage. Our thoughts and deepest sympathies are with everyone affected by Ragasa's destruction, as communities begin the long process of recovery and rebuilding. Meanwhile, in the Atlantic, post-tropical Cyclone Gabrielle is making its way toward Europe. This system, though no longer a hurricane, still carries the potential for significant impacts as it approaches land. Gabrielle is expected to bring heavy rain and gusty winds to Portugal and parts of North Africa. Residents are bracing for flooding, travel disruptions, and the challenges that come with severe weather. The storm's reach is a reminder that even after losing hurricane status, these systems can still pack a punch. These storms, scattered across continents and oceans, highlight just how interconnected our atmosphere truly is. Weather systems don't exist in isolation. What happens in one region can set off a chain reaction, influencing conditions thousands of miles away. A disturbance in the Pacific can ripple across the globe, affecting jet streams, rainfall patterns, and even temperatures in far-off places. Our planet's weather is a complex web, with each storm playing a part in the larger story. Right now we're in the peak of hurricane season, a time when conditions are just right for new storms to form quickly and grow in strength. Meteorologists are closely monitoring the tropics, watching for any signs of new disturbances that could develop into the next major storm. It's a time for vigilance and preparation, not just for Imelda, but for whatever may come next. Communities are urged to stay informed, heed warnings, and have emergency plans in place. The next storm could be just around the corner. Remember, hurricane season is a marathon, not a sprint. Staying prepared and aware is the best way to stay safe as we navigate the challenges of this remarkable season. As of September 27th, the story of Imelda is still unfolding. The Bahamas face immediate impacts while the U.S. coast waits and watches. Humberto may steer Imelda out to sea, but uncertainty remains high. Preparedness is a year-round mindset. Don't wait for the last minute. Take steps now. Know your evacuation plan, build your kit, and secure your home. Monitor reliable sources for updates and follow local officials' advice. If told to evacuate, do so promptly. Your safety comes first. The hurricane season isn't over, and Imelda is a reminder to stay ready. Stay informed, be prepared, and look out for each other. We'll keep tracking every update for you.